It's a throne.
It's not a
Oh,
throne.
well,
The
there's a
captain,
label.
that's not a label. It's a whole document. Down periscope.
Down periscope.
Hey, do you have a minute? We're, ready to make our report.
What's wrong?
I appreciate your hard work. Truly. However, I think it's time you left.
What?
We didn't even tell you what we found.
People are starting to accuse each other. I don't like it.
So you're giving up? You're not gonna see this through?
Sorry, but I just think maybe
What? That's just the way it's meant to be?
I need to go. Everyone's gathering in the mess hall. I'll resurface the submarine, and you can leave via the foredeck.
I guess we'd better go.
Hey, buddy. Been a while. What?
It's boy, by the way.
No, it's buoy.
Agree to disagree?
Disagree to disagree. You can't be serious. I really don't appreciate being kicked out. She didn't even pay us.
We can worry about that later. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're currently stranded out here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, so how is Cynthia expecting us to leave the submarine?
This makes a little more sense now.
But who painted the big Mortuga name on there?
You don't think Mortuga would have done it himself?
I don't think so.
Then I guess it was the guy who rebuilt the submarine. Drummond, I think his name was? The shipyard guy. Mince the rowing boat.
Oh, wait, you don't think... Did Cynthia really think we'd use that boat? Or did she just forget to take the submarine back to town?
I don't know.
She seemed really off. Did something happen?
I think she's just getting scared.
Scared of what? Exposing a murderer?
Of the truth. Of facing the truth and all the consequences of it. Whatever they end up being.
We're not really going to leave, are we?
No, we're not done. Not yet.
But what do we do?
Remember what Cynthia said? Everyone's gathering in the mess hall. Seems like something of an opportunity.
Aha. Not just that, but we're back on the surface too.
We sure are.
So, what are we waiting for?
Miss the aft deck.
Hey, we forgot to go check it out.
We didn't forget. It was underwater until about 2 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. Holy Grimoire, there's a giant wooden woman tied to the back of the submarine.
I was wondering if they kept this. I half expected to find it inside the submarine somewhere, but it's too big to fit in the storeroom, I guess. It's the figurehead. Oar.
Or what?
Oar. It's the other oar.
From the rowing boat on the foredeck? What's it doing over here?
Tadpole told us she threw it over here.
And it got stuck in the wall.
Seems like it.
Are those... They can't be. Wouldn't they get washed away?
It almost looks like they're burned into the wood. They're permanent.
It's the mast.
It's been snapped in half, and it's leaning to one side.
A bad storm, maybe?
What's this?
I don't know what it's called, but I think that's where you attach the wheel.
The ship's wheel?
Yeah.
It's the aft deck.
It doesn't look anything like the foredeck.
Of course not. It's the door leading back into the captain's quarters.
The one part that actually looks like it belongs on a submarine.
There's a big metal latch, but
What?
it just seems odd that you'd be able to latch the door from the outside.
Huh.
We arrived at the submarine just before sunrise.
And now it's sunset. What? You just said something.
No, I didn't.
But never mind.
So this was Mortuga.
Technically, if it's the cap... There must be a way to...
We'll just have to hope.
I wonder if there was something we missed in Mariana's room. You know, the cargo hold?
It's Mariana's tent, and she's not here to stop us looking inside.
So, is there anything in there?
Yep, a mushroom puzzle box.
A what?
That's not it.
I guess there's 4 types. But I don't think it's anything to do with their shape.
I guess that's wrong.
Some of the mushrooms glow in the light. Some glow all the time, and some... Good job. It opened.
What's in there?
It's a little...
Uh.
Oh, wait, I know what this is. It's a tape from Mariana's dictaphone.
Hey, listen, why don't we just kill him? That
recording. It's Mortuga opening the black box.
It's what Mariana said she recorded while she was in the control room.
And just like she said, Mortuga's having a one-sided conversation.
I think it's missing half the audio. If only we could hear the whole thing.
Even as it is, I'd say this is a pretty important discovery.
Oh?
We finally know how to open the black box.
Do we?
Yep. It's no wonder we couldn't get the lid.
Hello, who's this?
My name is Magnus Mortuga.
Oh, yeah? Just happen to have my number, do you? Listen, buddy.
I'm not lying to you. You and I share a mutual acquaintance, and she has informed me of your skill set. I wish to hire you, and I believe I have something I can offer in payment.
I'm listening. What are you after?
I'm in need of information. Information about a woman named Felicia Stonetop. I really don't know why you're here. This doesn't concern you. Even if it does, it is wholly unrelated to our unfortunate voyage. It doesn't open that way, it slides out at the side. Let me do it. There's something inside. Wait, what's this?
Maybe there is.
It slides out at the side.
It's a film reel.
The rain is incessant, but it's oddly localized, like a local biome. Fluid. What I believe to be amniotic fluid is being diluted. I'm curious to see what happens. We believe it was born here. The rain is incessant, but it's oddly localized, like a local biome. Fluid. What I believe to be amniotic fluid is being diluted. I'm curious to see what happens. We believe it was born here long ago. How long, I cannot say. We found traces of its pilgrimage to the south. It's barren for some miles until, of course, you near the coast. Follow the line and you'd come to a small settlement known as Silkworm. It may be endangered, or it may hold a position of insight. I'm not sure. I'd like to suggest one of you travel there and find out. Faustus, I thought perhaps this might interest you in particular. Ask for a man named Solomon Stonetop. The rain is incessant, but it's oddly localized, like a local biome. Fluid. What I believe to be amniotic fluid is being diluted. I'm curious to see what happens. We believe it was born here long ago. How long, I cannot say. We found traces of its pilgrimage to the south. It's barren for some miles until, of course, you near the coast. Follow the line and you'd come to a small settlement known as Silkworm. It may be endangered, or it may hold a position of insight. I'm not sure. I'd like to suggest one of you travel there and find out. Faustus, I thought perhaps this might interest you in particular. Ask for a man named Solomon Stonetop.
I'm glad I caught this early. I'm gonna play that again. I've been talking. Just OBS. Every time I don't check it is the time it doesn't work.
The rain is incessant,
But that is Lord
but
Remington.
it's oddly localized, like a local biome. Fluid. What I believe to be amniotic fluid is being diluted. I'm curious to see what happens. We believe it was born here long ago. How long, I cannot say. We found traces of its pilgrimage to the south. It's barren for some miles until, of course, you near the coast. Follow the line and you'd come to a small settlement known as Silkworm. It may be endangered, or it may hold a position of insight. I'm not sure. I'd like to suggest one of you travel there and find out. Faustus, I thought perhaps this might interest you in particular. Ask for a man named Solomon Stonetop.
It's a scroll.
I know you wanted the coordinates, but I don't know them. So this is all you get. If you don't know how to make use of it, that's your problem, not mine. You put it all back where we found it, with the exception of the key, which, as you are aware, has been staced around my neck ever since. I just for my father with a few short years. He's a man of sturdy constitution, too. Or, he had been, before he found it, before she spoke to us. A wise man who simply put the entire thing out of his mind.
Yeah, I know.
Should we put it back together?
All in good time. It's an envelope.
Governor Foster Fell and Sam Stonetop, Governor's Man in Florida State, Ponder Hill, Silkworm, I'm saying.
It's empty.
Those black edges.
Yeah, it's a mourning envelope.
Warning envelope?
It's used to send news of someone's death.
Oh.
It's a real, actual treasure chest.
Let's open it.
Hold on. I'm just savoring the moment. And done.
What the hell? Oh, I get it.
Nope.
So there's 12 big keys. Each pirate key is itself.
I noticed the pirates can rotate, too. There we go.
Nice. What's inside?
Ouch.
What happened?
I cut my finger. There's something sharp in there.
Actual treasure, the hell?
I guess it was the coral that's sharp. It's weird. It's like crystal.
Huh.
What's wrong with you?
It's actually treasure. Coins, pearls, gems. Standard treasure.
You were hoping for something else?
I assumed to be something weird. Something confusing. Something to turn the case on its head, you know?
I mean, that's what also I was thinking, so he's not wrong. I'm just happily surprised there's actual treasure.
Let's take another look at this.
Hello, mask.
Why don't you reach in? Maybe there's a switch or something on the other side?
Why don't you?
Because I absolutely do not want to.
Ugh. Here goes.
It's not the first time I've been reached into weird holes on Thursdays.
Got it. The bookcase moved. It was a secret door. Sally, you must be thrilled.
My secret door quota is well on the way to being met. Is it a mask?
I'm not sure, but if you laid it down flat, you could use it as a sundial.
There's a...
Oh, I found a puzzle. I don't understand this at all. Oh no, now I understand it.
that was it.
Nice work.
Don't ting me.
Now what?
Oddities.
Knickknacks.
Doodads.
Assorted, anomalous artifacts.
Nice. Hey, it's a crystal ball.
On a normal day, that'd be worth a look. But I think we've already hit our crystal ball capacity. Dr. Zephyr's Cabinet of Curiosity.
It's not a cabinet. It's a whole dang room.
Well, almost. It's more like a walk-in pantry.
A walk-in pantry is a room.
It's an armillary sphere.
Usually the rings are set around the earth or the sun, but this one has a little clawed foot in the center.
I don't have the mental capacity to consider the implications of that. What's that? A letter?
2 letters.
Dear Zachary, how's research going? Have you made any discoveries of dreams? Sober's been quiet recently. I'm going on a trip soon, an ocean voyage. Felicia has been trying to get a hold of a particular map. She says you'll leave something really strange and interesting. Says something could change your lives. I'm apprehensive about it. I don't think I like my life the way it is. Hello, Hawkshaw. The village has turned old faded since returning and been quite ill. I'm recovering, but I'm now inflicted with a particular recurring dream. I've drawn a picture. This show the ship that left town, and Felicia took the opportunity to do things right. I found I couldn't argue with her. Can't fall for a strategy for a demanded answer for her. I hadn't been able. This is what forget the name. I'm gonna go look it up real quick. This is what Freya was also dreaming of. This is Hawkshaw. What the hell is this? Pursue the answer I seek. I have entered in a particular agreement, and soon will be leaving town. Back to staying on board submarine for a time. And now the reason for this letter. I would like to request you accompany me on this venture. You can bring your equipment, continue your studies on board. There's plenty of space, and the voyage menu afford you your unique research opportunities. Really, return to Stockholm as soon as possible. When you arrive, I should be able to house on the ship. Remove the dock. Important. Go soon to retrieve the large stowed cauldron from the cellar. Seal them amongst your plans and bring them aboard at the same time. I'll meet you on board. You can set up what is currently in the infirmary, and I'll take the cauldron from you a little later on. What is that going to be the overarching thing?
You know, maybe we should go back to the mess hall.
I thought we were avoiding it. Everyone's in there right now.
We keep bypassing them.
Yeah, well, that's exactly why it might be useful.
Find all the clues. No! It's there! It's the first dream of it too!
It's the ladder leading back up to the fort. This is the lever.
Yeah, so leave it alone. I don't want it to go dark again.
Maybe it's time we took another look at this iron.
So, we've been calling it a bell this whole time.
It's not a bell at all. It's a mechanism that connects to another clue. The hanging part slots into the shape on the lid to lock or unlock the cauldron.
If the bell attaches onto the top of the cauldron, then it must be possible to move it down into the room below, into the illusion theater.
What are you suggesting? We carry it along the hallway, down the ladder, along another hallway?
No, there's gotta be some simple way to do it.
Yeah. Let's take another look at this room. Should we move the table?
I'll let you do it.
Should we move the rug? Me again, huh? Should we move the lid?
I can take this one.
Wow, thanks. It's open.
Looks like it's exactly the right size for the bell to go through.
So, what now?
I guess we could. But it's probably easier.
I don't see a handle.
That's because it's not in this room.
Ah.
You don't want to take another look in here?
I do. But let's finish the check. A walking stick.
I think it's part
What
of
illusion?
Invisible Man, maybe?
I don't see it. The lamp fell over.
Wow, you really are a detective.
It crashed on me, god damn it. Oh, Steam crashed. Usually when something crashes, it doesn't take out Steam.
It's a big compass. It's a pizza oven.
No.
Right,
it's a-
but you could put a pizza in. A bed. It's neat as a pin. It's a bunk room.
I'd
It's-
kill to have a bedroom this big.
And what'd you kill?
Oh, I just picked someone from my list. A bed. It's a mess.
It's a teacup.
I've been on this submarine for ages.
You don't even like
Still.
piles of books.
They're all classic fantasy. I've read this one. The Sapphire Sword. It's about a boy who learns how to travel between dimensions.
Using the titular sapphire sword, I presume.
No, there's no sword.
But
The sword is a metaphor.
I guess the submarine doesn't have a laundry room. It's a cheap light bulb. No shade.
It's a punching bag.
Looks like it's been recently punched. What? A bunch of discarded paper.
There's something typed on it.
Yeah, but I can barely...
Kinda looks like an attempt at the first chapter of a story.
It's a teacup.
I've been on this submarine for ages.
You don't even-
Still.
It's a suitcase. Clothes are neat.
It smells like, I'm getting bergamot. Notes of
You
citrus.
done sniffing the suitcase?
What am I missing?
Look at that little
Looks
wooden-
like it'd be a nice place to live.
old books.
They've been stacked up into a little town. Now Cynthia's not here, we can finally take a closer look at that jacket.
We could, but it's still locked behind
There
glass.
must be some. Now there's an electronic... did it.
I'm impressed.
I've been dying to check in the pockets of.
Hey, there's some.
Ooh, it's a radio.
It's just like that one we found.
Well, almost.
Hello? Hex?
Is he still asleep?
Hello.
Sorry, you startled me.
Hex is my friend. I may be of help. His thoughts and memories are wrought visible upon his skin. Surely you wish for him to think upon the last time he saw Magnus Mortuga.
Yeah, sounds good. What's she doing?
Shh.
It is done.
Thanks.
I was never here.
Wait, where'd she go?
Never mind that. Take a look at this.
Oh, that's neat. Asleep, it's the weird structure.
Everyone's in here. I don't think they've spotted us.
Let's stay back here. Maybe we can listen in on what they're each
Dropping.
I never used that word, but yeah.
Tadpole wouldn't let me swim in her pool.
The Iron Belly would be not related to
Maybe I should start locking my door when I'm not in there.
Safe and sealed.
Oh, I recall this Mortuga. I was talking to Hex how it's still in the pocket of Mom's jacket.
Could go out onto the art deck.
Let us suppose.
That's my script.
Damn it, it crashed again. Just deleting random tabs I have, as I don't know what's causing the crashing. Fires deleting stuff. Moving stuff. Deleting and moving stuff. Airlock Grotto.
It's a ladder. It doesn't go anywhere.
I imagine it's for
Oh.
Or, you know, you could use it to display your collection. These shelves are grown from real
I
coral.
thought coral only grew in the ocean.
Well, there's a lot of salt and water in the air.
Oh yeah, I can taste it. Lamb, lamb, lamb.
Please stop.
An ornate teacup.
With an ornate crack down the side.
Well, Tadpole's not here.
Thus, you're free to start breaking her belongings.
Now we can finally take a proper look at this.
Curse in the Cauldron. A small room at the bows of the ship. His lifeless body lays in the shadow of an ancient stone cauldron. The cauldron's hairy iron lid has never been unlocked. It's never been opened. For all his strength, he also improved powers against the blue earth unknown. This morning the cauldron's been unlocked. This moment is wide open. Since the Party A commissioned Mr. Donovan to construct the Mortuga submarine by combining parts of two other vessels. Party A claimed the paid of this transaction alone, and that he was illegal, and it was a legal order of the Mortuga submarine despite its name. However, one scene of the sinful one is now providing evidence to how exactly Mr. Drummond was paid. Drivers that Mr. Drummond was paid with the deeds of Stone Tub Inn, which belonged solely to Party B at the time of this transaction. Oh God!
Well, that looked familiar.
It's a secret third page of the command contract.
Secret second page, technically.
Is that everything?
Someone commissioned a ship that wasn't Mortuga. That's who the contract was for.
Nearly. There's one more room we need to... Well, here we are. One last time.
There must be some way to get the iron bell to lower onto the cauldron.
There must be a way.
I think we should probably shut the cauldron. We'd better shut it.
Let's leave it shut for now. There must be a way to lower the iron. There must be a way to lower the... 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 So what?
I guess but it's private.
I
That's because it's not us.
Buoy?
Hey, buddy. What?
It's boy.
No.
Agree to disagree?
Disagree to disagree.
We've got work to do.
Not the boy. Boy. Now I don't know anymore.
must be a way to lower the iron bell into this room.
I'm looking up a walk figure of exactly what I need to click on. Apparently I missed a Boggy's head.
Hang on. Is that?
Yeah, it's Boggy. The swamp monster from Boggy's Bog. Don't panic, it's just a wax model.
We can't seem to get away from this guy.
Secret of the swamp!
That poster.
I thought I clicked on this.
It's taped to a pipe on the wall.
The pipe looks a little loose. Do you think it's supposed to move?
And it explains why that was upside down, too.
What do you know? It fits perfectly. So when the iron bell is placed over the cauldron, it can be used to lock or unlock the lid.
It could, if we can work out how to activate it.
I can't quite reach both handles at the same time. Maybe if my arms were a little longer?
You know, you don't have to stand there with your face pressed into it.
I'm not.
Because there's two of us. We can take one handle each.
Oh, right.
I don't see anything.
So that's how you unlock the cauldron.
The top part spun around. That mechanism, it was really fast. But there's something in particular I think we should take a look at.
So that's
the
how
top. There's something.
So that's how.
There's something.
Everyone to walk through is necessary because I cannot see anything.
So that's how you...
Top, but there's something...
So that's how...
There's something...
That little metal part isn't supposed to be there, huh?
I'm tempted to reset my computer, but
Let's put this together, shall we?
Go ahead.
So, Mortuga opened the cauldron in order to take something out of it. And that's when he was killed.
Okay, but how was he killed?
The iron bell.
We know that the cauldron lid is unlocked by that screwdriver kind of thing on the iron bell.
And so, if Mortuga wanted to unlock the cauldron, he'd first have to lower the bell into this room, like we just did.
You know, we've actually got evidence for this. First-hand evidence, no less. Hex had a memory of seeing Mortuga through the window of the Illusion Theater.
Oh yeah, look at that. The dark shape that lowers down in front of Mortuga. That's the iron bell.
Must be. But then to actually
I thought that was
unlock
the
cauldron, you have to turn the handles on both sides of the bell.
Yeah, well, we just did that too. It was easy.
I mean, sure, if you've got two people taking one handle each, but how did Mortuga do it?
He used a special tool. On second thought,
Then
maybe
to
not.
actually unlock...
Yeah, well, we just did that.
Sure, but how did Mortuga do it?
He's
He
ridiculously
did it by
strong.
himself.
You think?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. There's even a record of him trying to do this once before.
Is there? What kind of record?
Felicia Stonetop's diary, from their time on the Dearest Selena. Magnus put his arms around it to turn the things. He can just about reach, but I told him not to do it like that. Might not be safe, since we don't know exactly what'll happen. So I said we could do it together, one each.
So Mortuga could do it by himself, but only just.
Right, only just. In order to reach both sides, he had to place his body directly up against the bell, just like you were trying to do before I told you not to.
And that's what got him killed?
Something was wedged in that killed him.
A metal thing was wedged into the iron bell to kill Mortuga when it rotated around. Mortuga was cut straight across the neck when the upper section of the bell swung around. We saw how fast it goes, and it's really heavy. It must have a whole load of force behind it.
The little metal thing. It's not actually part of the iron bell. Someone must have put it there.
Right, the culprit, presumably, knowing it would kill Mortuga if and when he tried to unlock the cauldron. Only it's, kind of small. Even if you did press up against the bell, I'm not sure it's long enough or sharp enough to cut you.
It was longer, but it's been broken in half. The part sticking out of the bell isn't the complete murder weapon.
It says
It's a
fragment, so I assume
left
that was
behind
correct.
when it was broken, presumably when the culprit took it back out.
A fragment of what? A knife?
Something taken out of the black box.
Is it the... Is it this thing?
We'll get to that later. We'll get to that in a minute. That's not right. That's not it. This is the correct clue, but we... The envelope's empty now, but there's an imprint of what was in there when Mortuga first opened the box. It's pretty clear. You can see exactly what shape it is.
Okay, but what is it? And why was it in that envelope?
A necklace.
We'll get to this later.
It once belonged to Felicia Stonetop. She's wearing it in the painting. I'm pretty sure she is, anyway.
I don't know. It doesn't show the necklace very clearly. It's half hidden in her dress.
Yeah. Now we do the...
Here it is, as worn by Selena Stonetop, Felicia's mother, who presumably passed it down to her daughter. I'm assuming that's why it was eventually sent back to Silkworm, back to its original owner after Felicia died.
So, the mourning envelope was sent to Fellow Manor, and then Selena, or Governor Fellow, or whoever, they put it in the black box.
And then eventually Mariana comes along, finds the box, brings it onto the submarine, and hands it to Magnus Mortuga.
Who then opens it while he's in the captain's cabin with the culprit.
I really don't know why you're here. This doesn't concern you. Even if it does, it is wholly I really don't know why you're here. This doesn't concern you. Even if it does, it is wholly unrelated to our unfortunate voyage. It doesn't open that way. It slides out at the side. Let me do it. There's something inside. Wait. What's this?
But what happened next?
Well, we know Mortuga didn't stay too long in the captain's cabin, since Mariana told us he came back into the control room.
So, maybe Mortuga left the culprit in the cabin with a necklace?
And that's when they could have wedged it into the side of the iron bell, so that if Mortuga attempted to unlock the cauldron by himself,
it would be the last thing he ever did. There's something I don't understand.
What?
Mortuga opened the cauldron in order to take something out, and that's when he was killed.
Right.
So why was the cauldron empty?
The culprit stole the contents of the cauldron. That's the only way to explain it.
But how did they get to it?
How did they get to the cauldron? You mean because the room was locked?
Well, not technically locked, but Mortuga turned the wheel to shut the bulkhead door from the inside, and he shut it tight, probably as tight as he could, and by all accounts he was pretty strong.
The culprit didn't need to use that door. They came in via the captain's cabin. You know, through the hole in the floor.
Surely Mortuga would have made sure nobody could get into the captain's cabin.
How?
He had a key, he would have locked it.
You think?
Definitely, since he'd have rearranged it like we just did, moving the desk and the rug to reveal the hole. He wouldn't want anyone wandering in and seeing that.
So the culprit would have needed the eyeball key.
Mm-hmm.
But how? I doubt Mortuga left it lying around. He probably took it with him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mortuga did take the key into the illusion theater.
But then he died in a locked room. So how did someone else get hold of it?
The eyeball key fell through the vent under the cauldron and landed in the bilge.
It fell into the bilge.
Remember how it smelled kind of weird? That's the bilge water smell.
So the eyeball key just happened to roll across the floor and into the vent?
No, it didn't happen by accident. The culprit tilted the submarine. Making the submarine surface tilts the front end up and the back end down.
They moved the whole submarine just for that?
Yep.
Did we, have any evidence for that?
Aside from most of the suspects mentioning it in their statements.
Oh yeah. Anything else?
A clue found at the crime scene.
The moon vial. How is that evidence of the submarine tilting?
It makes sense if you know where it came from.
Oh yeah. We found a part of it that got left behind. So the moon vial rolled right off Mortuga's desk and through the hole in the floor. Anything else?
A clue found in the control room.
Where's the captain's log?
This is the right clue, but we want a specific... A log card from the day of the murder. It shows the depth of the submarine.
It starts at 0. That's when it surfaced. Presumably that's when Mariana came on board. It steadily goes down, but then later it suddenly goes back up again.
Anything else?
A phenomenon observed at the crime scene.
Mortuga's blood. It pulled out first, but then started running down towards the bilge vent.
Once the culprit had the key, they could let themselves into the captain's cabin, which, as we know, gave them access to the crime scene from above.
They climbed down the rope, through the hole, and into this room, where they were free to take the content of the cauldron for themselves.
Although, to get out, they'd need to climb back up the bell rope, meaning they'd have to leave the illusion theater with the iron bell still lowered onto the cauldron.
Right, well, I figured they just turned the rope winch manually. I'm sure you could, even if it's not how you're supposed to do it.
And after that, all they had to do was cover the hole back up with a rug in the desk.
And lock the captain's cabin on their way out. It's about time we went to speak.
Mess hall?
Let's go.
Where did everyone go?
Wait, do you hear that? I can hear them arguing.
In the parlor?
I have to say something. something. I'll see how it plays out for now, but then I'll step in. I can't help but feel like this is the last time we'll all be in the same place like this. Could be a good
It rather seems like she's using it, although I can't confirm she ever had it too deep.
Otherwise, what's the point? I don't even think I'm being unreasonable, really. I'm sorry,
Look,
everyone.
I know this isn't ideal, but this is just how it needs to be until we can.
Cynthia, you have visitors?
Hi. Hey.
We're back.
What's going on?
Cynthia's decided to lock us in.
I've just locked the foredeck access, just for the time being.
How come?
She may have gone mad. We're still assessing.
She's worried the culprit will attempt to escape as soon as they're named.
Oh, we're naming the culprit? Lovely. Been looking forward to this.
We're still doing that? I thought Cynthia fired the detective dudes.
She didn't fire us.
On the contrary, we've been pretty busy.
Oh? Doing what?
What else? Solving the mystery.
I'm starting to think Grimmore might be actually rich because he keeps getting sick.
So, what are we looking at? Do you have the murder weapon?
No.
Kinda?
Right, kinda.
Cynthia, maybe you should have fired them.
No, look, listen to me. Mortuga was killed by the mechanism of the iron bell. It lowers onto the cauldron and they fit together. It's a big mechanical lock.
Right, and there's this little metal thing wedged in the side. It's not part of the iron bell itself, but
Okay, summarize the group. I hope I'm not
in
crashing.
and out without ever opening or closing the bulkhead door.
So, the murder weapon.
It's a necklace?
Felicia Stonetop's necklace.
And it's still missing?
Right, apart from a small fragment that snapped off and was left in the iron bell.
And Mortuga was killed because he tried to take something out of the cauldron?
Take what out of the cauldron?
It can only really be one thing. The one thing that all of this has been about.
The mermaid mask. Or tongue. Mermaid tongue.
The mermaid's tongue.
I think she's nearby, waiting for one of us to act.
The mermaid's tongue? It's the mask that was stolen from my room.
The veil is thinning. We are near to it.
I still don't understand. Is this the murder weapon?
It's the motive.
You're asking for trouble, you know that. Don't say I didn't warn you.
To think. Mortuga had such a thing hidden in the submarine this whole time. I thought I knew all about Mortuga, but this mask thing? I don't know. I feel like maybe I missed the memo.
I don't know. I got a feeling something bad is about to go down. The mermaid's what?
It's a kind of ancient artifact. Mortuga found it on a sea voyage years ago.
Right. The same voyage captured on this film reel and depicted in this bottle.
Captain
No, she
Felicia
doesn't have a
Stonetop
scar
and
in
her
the film
helmsman,
reel.
Magnus Mortuga. They went off into the ocean on a ship named the Dearest Selina.
And came back with a mermaid's tongue.
And that's what Mortuga kept in the cauldron?
But it was empty. It's been empty since we discovered the murder.
Quite right. If this mermaid's tongue came out of the cauldron, where's it been this whole time?
Well, we found it in Dr. Zephyr's cabinet of curiosity.
Did you? Fascinating.
But what is it? What does it do?
The mermaid's tongue, said to facilitate communication with she who lies beyond the veil.
Requires a special key to operate. Huh.
A key? What kind of key?
Wait, facilitate communication? What does that actually mean?
It's a translator. When worn over one's head, the mermaid's tongue allows you to commune with the mermaid. Thus the name tongue, referring not to an appendage, but to the language spoken by the mermaid.
How nice.
Anyone gonna tell me who the mermaid is, or...?
There's a picture in my room so I can move around.
So there's a painting, painted by Selena Stonetop, we think.
And a photograph taken with the submarine's underwater imaging system.
And, why would you need a translator to talk to her? She's not local, or what?
She speaks a language none of us could understand. It is said that attempting to commune with her without harnessing the mermaid's tongue would drive one mad.
But how does it work?
Nobody knows.
Nice. Convenient.
It is a powerful and priceless artifact.
Oh, it's powerful, all right. Look what it's doing to all of you.
I don't know, guys. I'm not sure if I'm buying into this thing. Kinda just looks like some grody old leather mask.
That's because it's not complete.
How do you know?
So this image here, it's a photograph of a drawing. A cropped photograph, too. The good news is, we've got the real thing.
Treasure. I see it now. The eyes, I guess the thing on top.
That's not right.
No?
That's not right.
I don't know what's asking me here.
That's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
Oh, we're playing this game of I don't know what the hell you want. Oh, wait, maybe. Now I get see now.
It turns out the ocean map shows what it's supposed to look like.
Looks a little bit adorable.
Just help yourself to the stuff in my personal treasure chest. I don't mind.
That antenna. Is
You also broke one of your bottles.
It looks sharp.
It is, and it's hard, like crystal. I'm pretty sure it explains the scratch marks in the cauldron.
But why did Mortuga keep it locked in the cauldron?
Because he wanted to keep it hidden from everyone. The mermaid's tongue being on board was a secret Mortuga was keeping. The cauldron was covered by the sailcloth and locked in the storeroom, and Mortuga wanted to keep it that way.
It's true. When he saw my poster, he told me we had to keep the cauldron covered up.
Why the cauldron, though? Wouldn't it have been less conspicuous if he just kept it in a wooden crate or something?
Keeping the mermaid's tongue in the cauldron wasn't something Mortuga came up with himself. Even before he ever found it, it's just where it's always been kept. There it is, see? In the cauldron, beneath the iron bell, beneath the wooden buoy.
But that was a long time ago. How do you know the mermaid's tongue was still in the cauldron at the time of the murder?
Well, Tadpole told us about someone she saw on the aft deck shortly after the murder. She described it as a demon, with a single horn and glowing eyes.
The culprit wearing the mermaid's tongue.
Right. We figured they'd just taken it from the cauldron after killing Mortuga.
So the culprit knew about the mermaid's tongue, knew what it was, knew how to use it?
Definitely.
But Mortuga never really told us about any of this. How did the culprit know about it?
Because they were the third person on the Dearest Selena voyage.
I think she's nearby, waiting for one of us.
I thought I knew all about Mortuga, but this mask thing? I don't know. I feel like maybe I missed a memo.
Oh, now you have new inspiration.
The third person?
In addition to Magnus Mortuga and Felicia Stonetop, I assume.
Right. It was a crew of 3, not 2.
And what evidence have you collected to support this?
Evidence? Let's see. Mortuga's film reel.
You really want to turn back after you got the map sussed out and everything?
There's no wind. It's an ill omen.
Oh my god, Magnus, you're so dramatic. All I need you to do is steer, all right? I'll handle the scary stuff.
Felicia.
You can't change my mind. Sorry. I spent too long planning this. Anyway, we'll be there in a few hours.
Be where, exactly?
Oh yeah, look at that.
Spooky.
Let's see. The audio recording of Mortuga opening the black box.
What recording is this?
I really don't know why you're here. This doesn't concern you. Even if it does, it is wholly unrelated to our unfortunate voyage.
Mortuga is talking to the third person from the voyage.
Is he? I only hear the one voice.
Before it reached Mariana's pipe, the audio was transmitted from the cabin to the control room by these radios. Only they're faulty, or one of them is, at least. It turns itself on and off every few seconds. The cadence happened to line up with the conversation, so you only get Mortuga's half.
Huh. That's quite the coincidence. Personally, if I'd written that, I'd feel guilty.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Mr. Werman.
Yeah.
Let's see. The ship in a bottle. The ship in a bottle rattles when you shake it because a model of someone else is hidden inside the ship.
I knew there was something in there. Someone in there.
Well, there we are. Quite a bit of evidence as it stands.
All right, but does any of that tell you who it actually is?
Potentially, yeah. The ship in a bottle rattling when you shake it.
Wait, the model person inside the ship? There's a way to work out who it is?
I can think of a way.
Let's do it with logic and reasoning, shall we? First, we'll compare the ship in a bottle with Mortuga's other wooden model.
The model town. What about it?
The people who aren't in the town.
What do you mean?
Mortuga and Felicia aren't in the town because they're on the ship. Selena too, I suppose, since she's the figurehead.
I don't think they're who she's talking about.
It's important to remember that the model town is specific to Mortuga's life. When adding the model figures, he only included people he had dealings with. And he only detailed the buildings he was familiar with. The rest are just generic blocks. With this in mind, there's someone else who should be here, but isn't.
Grip. Godric Grip.
Mortuga made a detailed model of Grip's shop. It's not a generic cube like everything else, which means there should be a model of Grip himself. But it's not there.
I have the murder weapon, or at least the idea of it.
Why would Mortuga include Grip in his model town? Did they know each other?
And if they did, how did Grip end up going along on Mortuga's ship?
There's a sticker on the back of the map. It's a service record from Grip's shop. Mortuga hired Grip to interpret the ocean map, which he did. But Grip didn't ask for payment in money. Instead, he asked to come on the voyage.
This isn't proof. Not really.
Well, there is one thing we could...
Do it. If you don't, I will.
Mr. Grip being on that ship isn't actually evidence that he murdered Mortuga. What about the murder weapon? What happened to it?
Right. Nor is this evidence that he used the mermaid's tongue. Wouldn't he have needed that special key?
Grip still has both the murder weapon and the key.
I guess this is it.
The Wayward Navigator. That's terrifying.
His countenance shifted. The mask dropped and truth stands bare revealed. He looks terrified.
You get 10 minutes. Then it's my turn.
What are you going to do?
Actually, it might be better if you don't answer that.
He stands exposed at last, and witnessed by no less than a full court of his peers.
Yeah, well, we kind of backed him into a corner. Literally.
I wonder, is it bravery or surrender?
Accepting that your world will render. Nothing.
Fascinating, but not wholly unexpected.
Oh no? You had it sussed out?
To a certain extent.
You could have told us. Saved us some time.
And what if I'd been wrong?
What do we do? What do I do? Should I put him in the brig?
There's a brig?
I was thinking maybe we could use one of the bunk rooms. We could lock it from the outside.
Let's cross that brig when we come to it.
Sally!
Sorry.
Ah, the villain reveals himself. Another classic literary trope. Let me guess, he's about to monologue about why he did it.
I'd be disappointed if he didn't.
What happens now? We call the cops or what?
With what?
Well, the cell phone... Oh, yeah, no signal, huh?
Plot the unplottable, chart the unchartable, measure the unmeasurable. A hollow promise, such feats belong not to mortal hands. But after years of fraudulently offering this to others, I began, in earnest, to yearn for it myself. A quiet desire to journey into the unknown, to quantify it. A lifelong coward, I could never convince myself to act on it. I tell myself as an excuse that I never had any kind of opportunity to act on it. Until one day, I did.
Oh, that was subtle.
Mortuga sought me out, sought out my services. Not because we were friends, but simply because I was the one with the skills to interpret that inscrutable map of his. Sensing an opportunity at long last, I refused financial payment for the work. Instead, I asked to be brought along on the ensuing voyage. Mortuga was surprised by the request, but he ultimately agreed to my terms. Such was his desire to interpret the map. The work was done, and so we went. Despite my bold intentions, I mostly found myself sheltering within Felicia's cabin during the voyage. All the while, she and Mortuga stood around on deck looking windswept and heroic, far more at home on the sea than I. Regret reared its head. Regret over inviting myself into their world. From within the cabin, I sat and listened to their conversation. Felicia was telling Mortuga what they were looking for, what they were hoping to find.
I know what you mean, but it's not what I... Did Felicia know what it was before she found it?
Somehow she did. Her description to Mortuga was thus: a mask worn over the head. It facilitates communication with an ancient being of eternal mystery.
That's really how she worded it?
With the right contraption in your pocket, even the great unknown may be quantified and calculated. And here it was. Not a map, not a compass, but a communication device. A translator. Besides knowing what it was, Felicia also knew how to find it. How its location in the ocean would be marked with a wooden buoy that glows with green light. We waited. Night fell. But before long we were indeed signaled by this very light, and the buoy was sighted. Mortuga hauled it up, pulled it all up, right onto the deck. It was heavy, but he was strong. The bell and the cauldron locked together to form that single shape. Mortuga went to unlock it by himself, but Felicia cautioned him against it. She warned that it could be dangerous to stand so close, as the mechanism would be surely powerful. And so they unlocked it together, taking a handle each. Felicia took the mermaid's tongue from within the cauldron.
Did it have the coral and the gemstone eyes?
Yes, they were attached.
And what about the necklace?
Felicia had it around her neck.
She'd come prepared, clearly.
Did she use it?
Yes, I watched her do it. She used the necklace key to wind up the mermaid's tongue and placed it over her head. Felicia spoke through the mask. Her voice was changed. The mermaid was summoned. Entranced, I rushed out onto the deck and leaned over the side. Mortuga clambered up to the wheel in an attempt to steer us away from harm. The mermaid reached out and grabbed the wheel.
And Mortuga's right shoulder?
Yes, of course.
His fingerprint mark.
Mortuga held fast, but a portion of the wheel broke off and fell into the ocean. With her other hand, the mermaid grabbed the mast, almost snapping it in two. The ship buckled and I was thrown off the side into the ocean. I was underwater, but I was held in place by a hand, her hand. She was speaking to me, but it was a language I could not understand. I wanted so much to understand. Sensing the disconnect, she let go. A moment passed, a lifetime. I became vaguely aware that I was about to drown, but I didn't want to leave.
That sounds like... Okay, so a lot of people get witnessing Outer Gods and Outer Gods wrong. It's not that you go mad, it's that you're given knowledge you don't understand and become obsessed over it. Like an ant walking on a... the best analogy I've heard so far is an ant walking on a computer chip. It doesn't know what it is. It could never know what it is. It's not programmed to understand. It doesn't understand the signals. It doesn't know what this is. But just imagine that ant suddenly understood it perfectly for a moment. He knows what the symbols mean. He knows how to make this. It would drive anyone crazy. I'm just noticing now he looks like he has dark shadows under his eyes.
At this moment, the broken piece from the ship's wheel floated up in front of me. By its intervention, I was reminded of my earthly existence, my life beyond this singular moment. I was overwhelmed with a cowardly desire to return to the surface, to see the sun, to live, to breathe. I grabbed onto the broken wheel and let it carry me up to the surface. The mermaid was nowhere to be seen. Neither was the dearest Selina.
Wait, the wood from the broken wheel. It eventually became Cornelius Kane.
Correct. It has been my earthly tether, the feel of the wood in my hand, a tangible reminder of that desire I once felt to live and to breathe.
But what happened? Weren't you stranded in the ocean?
Somehow the currents carried me back to the Silkworm coast. I took the broken wheel piece back home and fell into a deep sleep. After I awoke, I went looking for Felicia.
Not Mortuga.
No, Felicia.
Felicia had been the one wearing the mermaid's tongue.
Correct. Given what I knew of its function, I surmised she may have understood what the mermaid had said to me. I went to the Stone Top Inn, but Felicia was not there. I searched through the empty building until I came to Mortuga's room. I was encouraged to see that he had at least retained the wooden boy and the iron bell. Mortuga was in his bed, asleep. He looked ill, weak. I woke him up. I asked him about the mermaid's tongue. What had happened to it? Where was it? At first, Mortuga said nothing. He merely looked at me. He told me that he and Felicia had locked it away in the cauldron and thrown it back into the ocean. He said they'd kept the wooden boy so that nobody else would ever be able to find it, and they'd kept the iron bell so that even if someone was to come across the cauldron, they wouldn't be able to unlock it. I was horrified to learn this. My only chance of summoning and communicating with the mermaid lost beneath the waves. Or so I thought.
Did you ask about the necklace key?
Mortuga hadn't mentioned it, and I did not ask about it. At that time, I simply assumed it had been left in the mouth of the mermaid's tongue and thus would be in the cauldron. I demanded that we take the dearest Selena back out on a second voyage to recover the sunken cauldron. Mortuga said it was impossible. For one, the dearest Selena couldn't recover it from the bottom of the ocean if it was not attached to the buoy. And secondly, Felicia had decommissioned the ship and it was being taken apart at the shipyard. In explanation, Mortuga handed me a folded piece of parchment.
I can clean my glasses. I need to.
It had inscribed a note from Felicia. She was to be leaving town immediately. She did not say where she was going. Mortuga told me he had slept through Felicia's parting visit. He was distraught over it, heartbroken. With a desperate look, he asked me if Felicia had also come to visit me on her way out of town. I told him yes, she had. Mortuga's eyes opened wide.
Did she say where she was going? I must know. I have to know.
I told him yes. Yes, she told me where she was going, and she'd given me the address. His eyes widened further.
Give it to me. I need to know. I'll go after her.
I told him I would, in exchange for the mermaid's tongue. Mortuga told me again how it was impossible.
There's no way. It's lost. You need to let it go.
I didn't want to hear it. I left the inn still clutching the deeds. I went down to the shipyard and spoke with Donovan Drummond. He had begun taking apart the dearest Selena. I inquired about purchasing Drummond's unused submarine, Seafoam submarine. He told me he would be willing to part with it, but it had never been finished. In order for it to be seaworthy, it would need several new parts that would take a long time to build. However, I was determined to find a solution.
You offered to buy both the Seafoam submarine and the dearest Selena.
Correct. I suggested we could use parts from the sailing ship to finish the submarine. Drummond merely asked how I was going to pay for 2 vessels. I showed him the deeds to the Stone Top Inn. He accepted it as payment.
Is the inn really worth as much as 2 vessels?
Perhaps not, but in truth I think Drummond was glad to have an excuse to part with them. Besides, I knew all too well the allure of a worthy challenge, a chance to put one's skills to their fullest. Indeed, the task of combining the 2 incomplete vessels into a single seaworthy one was highly intriguing to him, and so it was done.
But if you commissioned it, why was it called the Mortuga submarine? Who painted that on the foredeck?
Drummond did. He didn't want it to say Seafoam any longer. Too many painful memories.
But why Mortuga and not Grip?
Because Grip paid for it with the inn deeds, which were in Mortuga's name.
Right. Drummond assumed I was merely acting as intermediary for Mortuga, the true buyer.
Did you tell Mortuga what you'd done?
I told him of my intention to return to the ocean in a submarine I was having constructed. He wasn't happy about it, but the submarine took months to complete. That was enough time to convince him to come with me and help search for the mermaid's tongue.
He only came with you because you were pretending to know where Felicia had gone, and you were withholding it from him.
Correct.
What were you going to do if and when Mortuga realized you'd been lying to him?
It was worth the risk. There was no question of leaving the mermaid's tongue at the bottom of the ocean.
But it wasn't lost in the ocean. Mortuga had it the whole time.
Correct. As I had lied to him, he had lied to me. Mortuga smuggled the mermaid's tongue onto the submarine before we left. He didn't want to leave it behind, but he didn't want me to know he had it.
Smuggled? How?
That almost works, but it's not what
Mortuga sent me a letter, inviting me to join him on the submarine.
Grib, did you know he'd done that?
Mortuga told me he was going to bring somebody else on board. An old friend, a collector of occult curiosities who might be helpful. But I didn't want anyone to know what we were doing, or what we were looking for. I told Mortuga not to mention me in the letter.
I followed Mortuga's instructions precisely. I arrived in Silkworm and went into the Stonetop Inn, where I found the locked cauldron. I placed it among my possessions and ventured onto the submarine waiting in the harbor.
We departed. Zephyr thought he and Mortuga were the only two souls on the ship. I stayed hidden for a week, before staging a balloon crash and pretending that Mortuga had rescued me from the ocean. That way I was free to move around the submarine in view of Zephyr, but he could dismiss me as a hapless traveler picked up along the way.
So, to begin with, it was just you three.
But it didn't stay like that for long.
It didn't.
Oh. I didn't see these.
Well, that's about the long and short of it.
No.
What?
You can't leave it like that. You've left them with misconceptions. You should tell them what you know. All of it.
What do you mean?
Misconceptions?
Maybe one or two, yeah.
He always did think you would make the best captain.
I do like, unlike Penelope, I think, or Hawkshaw, depending on which one you want to choose. He doesn't seem to hate everyone. He just seems to be angry at Mortuga and want the Mermaid's tongue.
And he did want to leave.
But he couldn't. Not without the information he so desired.
Not just that. Since it turned out he had the Mermaid's tongue on board the entire time, I don't think he wanted to leave me on the submarine with it. He didn't want me anywhere near it.
He was trying to protect you.
I'm aware.
I don't think he cares.
So, who was it for?
Me. Once Mortuga found out the inn deeds had been used to pay for the submarine, he realized for the first time that he was its legal owner.
He really hadn't known that before?
No, he'd always assumed I paid for it with my own money. Armed with the new information, Mortuga attempted to use it to control me.
Thus, the command contract.
What exactly was he hoping to achieve?
To strong-arm me into telling him where Felicia had gone, and to cease my search for the mermaid's tongue.
But it didn't work.
Of course not.
Wasn't Mortuga supposed to be paperwork averse? I'm surprised to learn he would try to control someone with a contract.
Where would he even get an idea like that?
That's my bad. I ended up telling him all about contracts, you know, what they are, how they work. I guess Mortuga thought if I could be controlled by a contract, maybe someone else could be too.
So Mortuga wrote the letter?
Not exactly. It was his idea, but he wasn't one for writing by hand, so he asked me to do it for him.
But why Ibis?
Mortuga didn't want to reveal too much in the letter, so he had the idea to pretend to be a neutral third party. We learned about Ibis from that newspaper page, but it just needed to be someone you would listen to. Honestly, I'm surprised it worked.
Huh. This explains why Mortuga kept asking about my father.
Oh yeah, I was wondering about that.
Were you able to tell him anything?
Afraid not. I haven't spoken to my father in years.
Do you think he would have known anything about Felicia? About what happened to her?
It's possible.
See? I told you. You didn't make him sad.
He just learned about the death of his beloved friend. What I did, it was...
You didn't know. Symmetry, let it go. Your anguish. That goes for all of you.
Mortuga's actions, his decisions, all motivated by that same singular desire.
It was all in effort to locate Felicia Stonetop.
Her.
Likewise, it transpires that Godric's actions were also motivated by a singular desire.
To commune with the mermaid.
Her.
And when they opened the black box and found the mourning envelope, found the necklace key, it all came to an end.
Well, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, open it.
Godric, I really don't know why you're here. This doesn't concern you.
Oh, but it does. I'm to believe the box may contain information on Captain Stonetop.
Even if it does, it is wholly unrelated to our unfortunate voyage.
I'll be the judge of that. There could be anything in there. Listen.
I prefer you not to shake it like that. Besides, it doesn't open that way. It slides out at the side. Let me do it.
What's all this? A scroll? An envelope?
There's something inside. Wait. What's this?
We both know what that is. That's Felicia Stonetop's necklace, isn't it? Isn't it? Our discovery of the necklace precipitated two important. One, we now possess the key necessary to operate the Mermaid's tongue.
In my complacency, I had not even known it was missing, simply assuming it lay within the cauldron. But no, Felicia had taken it away with her, and now, through what twist of fate, it had returned. Which brings me to conclusion 2. The fact that her necklace had been sent to her parents in a black-rimmed envelope attested to us that Felicia Stonetop had died. Even through his burgeoning grief, Mortuga could see in my eyes how I wished to make use of the key. Fearing what ruin might follow should I act, he did what he had always done. He lied. Lied about having the Mermaid's tongue on board.
He had your best interest at heart, Godric. We both know this.
However, it was a lie that no longer worked on me, for I had laid eyes upon the truth.
The truth?
About what Mortuga had in the storeroom.
The illusion poster.
Correct. I had seen Symmetry's drawing of the cauldron.
He asked me to change it. I was going to change it.
So now you had everything you needed. The key, the bell, and the mermaid's tongue itself, albeit locked in the cauldron.
On that note, I had also surmised Mortuga's reason for rigging the iron bell onto a winch above his desk. I concluded that he had set it up this way so that he could unlock the cauldron and access its contents himself.
You think he wanted to use the mermaid's tongue?
You'd like to suggest Mortuga would be immune from such things, hmm?
I concede it may have been an alluring prospect, but actually choosing to act, it displays a dangerous hubris.
Well, maybe he just wanted to be able to get to it, but not actually use it, you know?
Grip, did you actually accuse Mortuga of wanting to open the cauldron? Of wanting to use the mermaid's tongue?
I did, and he flatly denied it, which caused an argument. Truth be told, we were both sick of each other. The last vestiges of our mutual decorum fell away. He attempted to shut me down with cold logic, insisting that it was not possible for one man to simultaneously turn both dials on the iron bell.
Wait, is that true?
Kinda. Depends how big you are, how wide your arms are.
I knew Mortuga would be capable of it, and I could see in his eyes that he intended to do it.
Well, not to side with Grip here, but he was right. Mortuga did open the cauldron, didn't he?
Perhaps his intention was simply to move the mermaid's tongue to a newly contrived hiding place.
Maybe he was just gonna destroy it.
That he should have done years hence, I might add.
Grimoire, what do you think?
I think he wanted to use the mermaid's tongue.
Whatever the reason, I knew it was only a matter of time. And
It did allow you to talk to.
following our discussion about the mechanism of the iron bell.
I understood the specific physicality of the task ahead of him.
Physicality?
In order to reach both dials, Mortuga would need to hold his body close against the iron bell. His head, his neck, would be right up against the mechanism.
Overcome with frustration and grief, Mortuga had left the room. He had left me with the necklace key. I felt it in my hand, the metal cold and sharp. I climbed up onto the desk and wedged it into the iron bell around the back so that it would not be seen. At least, not until the mechanism activated.
You're a murderer.
Call me what you will. To me, it was merely insurance against continued deception and greed on Mortuga's part. If he indeed decided to keep the mermaid's tongue for himself, if he decided, as he always had, to keep it from me, then it would be his last decision.
The rest you know. Having first locked himself in the room, Mortuga unlocked the cauldron and was killed by the blade of the necklace key.
I tilted the submarine in order to claim the eyeball key, which granted me access to the captain's cabin and a path into the storeroom from above. I took the mermaid's tongue from the unlocked cauldron.
And then you went up to the aft deck and used it, didn't you?
I tried to, but you stopped me.
You're welcome.
Tadpole then dove into the ocean and collected the pieces.
Including the coral and the gemstone eyes, which she kept for herself.
Yeah. As for the mask itself, I just left it in my room.
And I took it when I later visited the room to collect hex from the dome tank.
Wow, you're admitting it, huh?
I admit I moved it to a more secure location, ultimately a wise decision, wouldn't you say?
Except, it's not there anymore, is it? It's right here.
The light!
It's dark!
Which should not have kept him near the lever.
Grip turned off the lights.
Someone grab him!
The mermaid's tongue, it's gone!
He took it. He must have.
He can't have gone up to the foredeck. It's still locked.
What about the aft deck?
Let's go. Maybe we can catch him.
Oh, that's cute. Wouldn't have two, it's broken.
He's wearing it.
Are we too late?
I don't...
Rip? Are you...
What?
Wait, where's he going? It's the compass.
He fixed it.
Momentarily overwhelmed. Compass fixed by coach and grip. Customer sent the seed form. Cost waived. I don't... It's definitely all of just been about this mermaid song. He doesn't hate them.
What's he gonna do? Should we follow him? I don't...
He's locked the door.
Can you see him through the window? This is bad. The pressure change, it's too sudden. The submarine's not...
Wait, what's that?
You take the control panel.
The radios.
It's fine, just stay calm.
It was too fast.
It must be coming from the control room.
Let's go.
We're being held down. We need to resurface.
Don't crash. Damn it, come on! I can't get cloud sync. I wonder if something bad's happening with Steam. I can't even launch it. I can't launch it a second time. I'm just gonna reset. Yeah, this is gonna be a part 2. And I really know it's gonna be a part 2 because I cannot load the game. I'm gonna be right back.